So we started mowing today. On the north vineyard here, I got all the non-cover crop rows mowed, and they're on this block. Well, they're full of the prunings. It takes a while because I got to mulch up all the prunings. So I have to go a little bit slower, but it's turning out good. Mowing it real good, chopping up the prunings real good with our flail mower. So anyway, I went and got all the non-cover crop rows first, because once I mow the cover crop rows, I want to disc shortly after. So, but anyway, the whole thing on the north side, I got the non-cover crop rows all mowed. And in block one, both rows, the cover crop and the non-cover crop, both have prunings in them. And the reason for that is these wires, because of what we did here with the split canopy, the wires are really high, and we can't expect them to throw the prunings over into the other row. So when they prune this side, they go in here. They prune that side, they go that way. So anyway, but just on block one, specifically to block one, all the rest of the vineyard, all the vineyard, the only rows that have prunings are the non-cover crop rows. I told them to stack them like that. That way when I mow and disc, it's a lot easier if I don't have the prunings in there. And then I can chop up the prunings in the non-cover crop, and that gives them a year to break down a little better. Anyway, so I think it was a great idea you had not mowing when we did. I mean, the cover crop just took off. As you can see, you saw that other video I took when I was mowing. But it just really sprouted up and really matured. And I think that's what we want. We want the cover crop to really mature. So anyway, we got a good start. I'll be able to knock out the rest of this in the morning. Well, tomorrow midday I'll have the rest of this block mowed, and then I'll start disking it. And by the weekend I'll have everything done. I'll work on it tomorrow, and then, like I say, I'll do the south vineyard on this weekend. But Jimmy's been mowing on the Husqvarna, a little riding mower, and he's doing besides block one, blocks 2 and 3, he can do he was mowing what was he mowing? Oh, he was mowing the rows without prunings. But mainly he's doing all the avenues, all the median areas, all the other part, like, along in here that I don't get, and around the whole thing. And anyway, that mower works great for that, so that helps out a lot. And then he's going in, and if some of these rows I can't get it all, and I leave a little strip on one side, and he's able to go through and hit that, which is nice. So I don't have to do a whole nother pass. He can do it with the little mower. Anyway, it's working good. We got a good start on it. As you can see, all this is mowed. And then look at all that cover crop. The in-between rows are mowed, but look how high it is. It really, like I say, it really took off with that extra sun. Yeah. And there's a load of concrete we got from up top. A little bit of leftover from our little project over here, which I'll show you. But all that concrete, that's we had a few loads come out of there, just scrap that they have when they're done pouring, and stuff they pulled out, demo and stuff up there. And besides the rock, there's a bunch of concrete that I've been hauling off. Anyway, so that's that. And then we got our project done here. They poured yesterday. They poured the footing for the pool. I think I sent you a video on that. Yeah. That went well, and I told you the leftovers, they always have to have too much concrete because they don't want to be short. Otherwise, they'll have a cold joint, and they can't have that. Especially if they're doing color, they can't be short. So we poured our little catch basin, which I showed you. Diego, one of the foreman for the concrete company, he came down and helped us do this, which is really nice. Helped us pour this. He's really good. So anyway, he was able to help us out really good. So anyway, we poured this. It turned out really good, and as you can see down in there, it goes down, everything falls, and then that's sloped to the center, and that one's sloped to the center, and then it goes down, and then once we pull out the boards, the culvert's right there. So all the water that goes in here will go out the culvert, of course, and then we had quite a bit of concrete left over, so there was a nice indentation here that we were going to fill with dirt and compact it, but we just went ahead and put concrete in there and made a little backstop. So as the water's coming in, if it's coming too fast and it kind of puddles, it'll kind of backstop up and then roll back in. So, and I know it looks pretty big, but once we get, once I get this graded and we get some base up against it and around it and stuff, and get everything graded nice, that will disappear. It's not going to look, it's going to be dirty the whole time, and that will probably be partially covered, and that, of course, will be partially covered, so it won't be that noticeable. But anyway, it turned out good. Like I said, we were able to use that concrete, and I'm going to let it sit at least till Monday, probably, before I tear those boards out. No sense in pulling them out any sooner, because we don't want to chip the concrete. So anyway, pretty happy with that. That was kind of fun. And of course, there's the culvert that it runs out of. Creek's still running. Still water there. That big pool over by the stone barn. That big like swimming hole, that big hole, whatever, over there by the bridge there's still water flowing in it. There's still water coming through this little creek here, and like I say, coming out of this culvert, which means it's running from over there still. I can't believe it. I mean, the rain we got yesterday was nothing, 0.05 500ths, which just is like spraying down with a garden hose. No runoff, no accumulation, nothing. So anyway, the vineyard spring we put in over there the first year we were here, remember we dug that trench over there in the vineyard because it was all muddy? That's still running, which is good. But anyway, and now I can get this all fixed up, and we can put some nice dirt around the edge here and grow some grass or whatever, and it will stay put now because there won't be water running off and over the edge. And then we can kind of just tune this up and keep a little swale in here, so it just runs through wherever it's going to run anyway. It can run through there. But it sure feels like spring. Of course, spring's pretty close, but things are starting to blossom, and all this fresh cut grass really makes it smell like spring. So anyway, we're going to hit this again tomorrow, and like I say, should be all mowed and disked by the end of the weekend. So that'll be done. And everything else is looking good. I think that's it. See, they poured up there. They got the beams up there. All the beams are up. They're ready for the, I guess, redwood 2x3s that go on top of the metal beams. I guess that would be the next step. I don't know when that's going to happen, but. And then they're going to start putting gravel in the pool tomorrow for the base, the bottom of the pool. They'll put in the gravel, and then they'll start putting the steel in, and once that steel's all in, it's all plumbed, they'll start shooting that Quikrete, that gunite, and we'll have a swimming pool. Anyway, very green. Grass is really growing. Poppies are starting to go. These are all poppies right in here. All these are poppies. Remember last year they really shot up. And there's a couple coming up. They're all closed up right now, but you can see a couple down in the garden there. Jimmy's working on the garden. He's got the strawberries all weeded, but yeah, Let's see, the poppies are starting to go. Anyway, I hope you can come up here soon and enjoy it. It's really nice up here. It might get some rain on Sunday, but again, it's going to be like this last storm. It's just not going to be that much. This time of year and where they're coming from, it's just not going to be a lot of rain. I think we're pretty much rained out for the year. But we did get calendar year last year, we got 50-something inches. So I know it all came at once, but that's pretty good. So ponds are both all still up, full. You say very green, not like last year where it was still all brown up in the hills. So I think we're all right. I mean, still in a drought, but sure looks good up here.